Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Petra. Welcome to this session where we will be focusing mostly on the hips, lower back, and get a good stretch for the hamstrings. So we will be using yoga blocks today. So get your blocks ready and then we will begin. So once you're ready, we will begin in Supta Baddha Konasana. Option if you'd like to use the block, one under your head and one between the shoulder blades. Just kind of open up your shoulders and chest. So you can go ahead, set the blocks. So let's see. You might need to, once you lie down, you might need to adjust the blocks. So take your time. So bend your knees and place the soles of your feet flat on the mat, and then you can adjust the blocks where it feels comfortable. So I have my blocks and about in between the shoulder blades and one block supporting my head. And just take a moment here to relax your shoulders down from the ears, and then you can open your arms wide, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Feel free to keep your knees bent with your feet wider than your hips, and you can drop your knees together. Or option to bring your legs in your butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. The soles of the feet together, and just allow your knees to fall open. And take a moment to settle in. Closing your eyes. Then slowly start bringing your awareness into your body and your breath. Allowing your whole body to soften, relax. Soften through your facial muscles, your eyes, your forehead. And just simply relax the weight of your body towards the ground. Allow your head to feel heavy. Relax your upper back, your shoulder blades, mid-back. Relax your lower back through your whole pelvis, your inner thighs and groin. And slowly start deepening and lengthening your breath. So slowly breathing in deeply. Allow your breath to go all the way down into your belly. Inhaling. And slowly releasing the breath out from your chest and your belly. And again, deep breath in, slowly allowing your ribcage to fully expand all directions. And slow and full breath out to soften and relax. And let's take one more nice and deep breath in. And full breath out. Beautiful. And you can bring your knees together if you had your legs in butterfly. And then slowly roll onto one side and bring yourself up to a seat. You can use your hands to push yourself up. So once you are ready, come to a seated position. Placing the soles of the feet together, bringing your feet a little bit further away from your sit bones, about diamond shape with your legs. Rest your hands on your knees, seated cat and cow. Inhale to open, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, start rounding through the spine, stretching your upper back, and drop your head down. And again, breathing in slowly, a little arch in your lumbar spine. You can lift your chin and exhaling round through the back. One more time. Nice big inhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift your head. Lift your gaze. And breathing out around. Beautiful. Go ahead. Let's return back into your neutral spine. Have the blocks handy. Now ladder stretches side to side. We will flow with the breath. So as you breathe in, let's circle your arms up. First, lengthen the spine to reach up. Then as you exhale, plant your right hand on the block and let's reach up and over. Side bend. Switching sides, so rise back up. And left arm planting on the block, right arm up and over. Inhale to rise up. As you exhale, stretch over to the right. Relax your head. Breathing in to rise. Breathing out, side bend. One more time, side to side. So rise up. And stretch. You can bend your elbow. And lift back up. And side bend to the left. Beautiful. Let's return back to center. Now extend both legs out in front of you. Now go ahead, let me mirror you. So bend your right knee and extend your left leg out in front of you. So again, we will flow ladder stretches side to side, just with different legs position. So once you are ready, slowly start reaching up and into side bend as you breathe out, rising up and switching sides. And just one more, side to side. And let's return back to center. Now, let's take a block and place the block behind your body. We will do open twist to the right. So once you are ready, twist your torso to the right. So left hand is resting on your knee and right hand, I'm mirroring you, right hand is pushing into the block. So as you push into the block, take a moment to really lengthen through the spine, the back of the neck. And as you exhale, twist your torso maybe a little bit more. And we will pause here for a few breaths of breathing, cleansing, deepening the twist maybe as you breathe out a little bit more. So keep pushing your head into the block to deepen the twist. Try to keep your facial muscles relaxed as well as your neck. And you can return back to center. Now let's take the block with you and place the block next to your left leg on each side. Seated forward fold. So breathing in and breathing out into fold. Feel free to bend your knee if this feels too intense. And again, lifting up and folding down. One more time, lengthen as you lift up, lift your head and shoulders. As you exhale, fall. Now this time we will pause here for a couple of breaths. We will hold the stretch. So if you have tight hamstring, it might be helpful to slide the block under your knee, like so. You don't have to flex your foot, so make it more gentle and relaxing. And then you can slowly release into full forward fold. You can drop your head down towards the knee. So take a moment, maybe adjusting the blocks. If you don't have the block under your knee, feel free to use the blocks as a support for your elbows. So find any variation that feels good here for your forward fold stretch. Getting a nice stretch through the lower back. Even if you have your knee bent, we are still getting stretch into the hamstrings. So a few deep mindful breaths here, allowing your torso simply relax naturally into the pose. With each breath out, let's soften and release. And once you're ready, you can slowly start rolling your spine all the way back up. Feel free to use the blocks to lift yourself up. Nice. Now we will switch legs. So extend both legs. You can shake your legs out. Bend into your left knee. This time we have right leg out in front of you. Preparing the blocks. And here we go, side bend, side to side, all right? So reaching up and over to one side, rising up, and switching sides. So move side to side, maybe 2 more times, so you can choose your pace. But I invite you to do it really slowly with a control. So as you breathe out, feeling the stretch as we open up through the side body, the rib cage. Your face, relax your head, make sure you can move your head. And one more time, side to side. Again, slowly finish. Rise back up and prepare for our twist. Again, placing the block behind your back. You're sitting nice and tall, breathing in, and as you exhale, finding your twist. So planting your hand on the block, breathing in to lengthen through the spine, and breathing out to twist your torso to the left. So gently twisting, think of twisting your thoracic spine. So pressing that left shoulder back into your twist, while pushing into the block with your hand. Whenever you are ready, slowly return back to center for our seated forward fold. So again, feel free to use the blocks if you would like. Take a moment first to square and level your hips forward. And nice. Again, inhale here as you exhale, fold. And let's repeat. Inhale to rise back up. Exhale, release. One more time. Slowly roll back up. As you exhale, release. And again, find any variation here of the forward fold using the block, or if you like to slide the block underneath your right knee. And then you can come into full forward fold. And just enjoy this beautiful stretch. Notice how your lower back feels. Relax your head, so allow your head to feel heavy, no tension in the neck. Allow your arms to feel heavy. So you're not pushing into the stretch, just try to relax. More like a restorative stretch. More like in a yin yoga practice, we want to kind of using the gravity to do the work here. And if you're ready to slowly start rolling back up. Nice. Now you can go ahead and place the blocks at the top of your yoga mat and meet me in a tabletop position. So once you're ready, we will do cat and cow using the blocks. So try something different. But it's good to sometimes to switch it up and to try different moves to get into the different group muscles. So once you're ready, inhaling into our cow, to adjust the blocks. And breathing out, round through the spine, pull your navel in and drop your head. Inhale, lift your sit bones. Think of pulling your hands towards your knees and then open your shoulders, your chest, lift your gaze. And slowly round through the spine. And in your cat, think of pushing your hands firmly into the blocks. And let's flow a few more times at your own pace. So I invite you, if you like, to close your eyes and just simply synchronize movement with your breath. Think of you want to move section by section. So try to not to rush it out. Just really focus how this beautiful stretch feels for your spine as we use the spinal flexion extension here. And come back once you're ready into neutral tabletop. Now go ahead and lift your right leg up at your hip level first. And check your belly, so no bulging belly here. Pull your navel in and up towards the spine to support your lower back. Keep your core engaged, and as you breathe in, start lifting your right leg up a little bit. Lift your gaze. And as you exhale, round the spine and pull your knee towards your forehead. So you're dropping your head. Extend your right leg, lift, open. As you exhale, tap your right elbow this time. So bring your knee towards your elbow. Re-extend your right leg, lift and open. And round through the spine and bring your knee towards your left elbow. So across, so squeeze and lift. Nice. Lift back up one last time. And as you exhale, go ahead and bring your right leg outside of the right block. Lizard pose. So if you like to get a deeper stretch, you can move that left knee further away from your body. And then before we find stillness, let's move here a little bit. If it feels good to shift your hips right and left a couple times. So it's a nice and deep stretch for our hip flexor. Feel free to pause in stillness. You can stay on both hands if this feels enough, or if you'd like to lower yourself onto your elbows or bring your elbows onto the blocks. Then relax your wrists here, maybe circle a couple of circles with your wrists. Feel free to shake it out. Feel free to roll on the knife edge of your right foot to open that right knee more out. And to relax your hips towards the ground. Nice. Go ahead, come back onto your hands. Now, let's set the blocks on the highest setting, like so. Plant your right foot flat. Take an inhale, lift your gaze, open up your shoulders. And as you exhale, start straightening the front leg, sending your hips back into half split. You can flex your foot. And again, returning back into lunge. Drop your hips down, lift and open. And as you exhale, straighten the leg and fold. So we will be moving from our lunge into half split, all right? So as you breathe in, shoulders down, open up through the chest, look forward. And as you exhale, send your hips back, start straightening the front leg, and maybe a little forward fold. You can drop your head down. And again, start rebending your front knee, drop your hips forward and down, lift and open. And breathing out, nice deep stretch for our hamstrings. So keep moving in and out those two poses. Make sure doesn't feel too intense. So you can always keep that right knee bent and just move at your own pace a couple times. Great stretch for the hip flexors, for the hamstrings. So move slowly with a control, no rush here. Maybe pausing for a few seconds before you switch the pose. Nice. Once you're ready, meet me in a lunge. Place the blocks back on a lowest setting. Palms on the blocks and slide your right foot back into tabletop position. And just to relax your hips a couple of times, shift your hips side to side. Right and left, you can start moving your head as you look over one shoulder, then the other. Return back into neutral tabletop. Lift your left leg up at your hip level first. Squeeze your low belly in. pointing your toes, breathing in, little arch, lift your gaze, breathing out, pull that knee in and up towards your forehead, and again breathing in to lift your left leg, and as you exhale, tap your left elbow around the spine, re-extend your left leg, and take it across your body, so lift and twist, right elbow. Yes, come back, 3, lift your left leg up, open. And as you exhale, let's bring your left foot into our lizard pose. So take a moment to adjust the blocks, for your feet to start moving those hips side to side. So if you wiggle your hips right and left, you might feel a really good stretch into your outer hips. Side to side, make sure your head, your neck is relaxed. Clenching the jaw. Nice. And then again, option to stay here, finding stillness. So just try to relax your hips towards your yoga mat. Maybe bringing yourself onto your elbows. So using the blocks, because for lots of people, bringing your forearms all the way on the mat might be too intense. So today we are using blocks. And again, if your body is asking for gentle movements or being still, you can hold it here for a moment, relaxing your head. So remember, there's no right or wrong in yoga. So I'm here just to guide you and to give you ideas how to stretch the body, but you can always add on, or you can skip any pose. Pause the video. That's the great thing about practicing yoga online. So you can, if you need more time for the stretch, you can pause the video. Once you're ready, go ahead, return back onto your hands if you're on your elbows. And then you can go ahead, let's place the blocks on the highest setting. Drop into that lunge. Take a nice big inhale here, lift and open your shoulders, your chest. And as you exhale, half split. Inhale, rebend your front knee, drop those hips down, feel the beautiful stretch. You can lift your head if you'd like. And breathing out into forward fold, straightening the left leg any amount again. So keep moving in and out at your own pace. Notice how this side feels. Usually we have one side more open than the other. So explore what feels good, whatever pace feels best for your body today. And once you are ready to hold our half split, so feel free to adjust the blocks. You can drop your head down. And just few breaths here. And don't worry again, just a reminder, don't worry about flexing your foot. If this feels intense enough, you can just relax your left foot. Once you're ready, go ahead, meet me in a low lunge. You can place the blocks back on the lowest setting. And then bring your left knee back on the mat. Take a moment here to move your hips side to side. Feel free to add on cat and cow. One more cycle of cat and cow. And then coming back into tabletop, preparing for our down dog. So if you'd like to use blocks for down dog, it might be easier for if you have tight shoulders, using the block might help. So if you'd like to give it a try, or just simply placing your hands on the mat. So tucking your toes and then coming into a downward facing dog. So take a moment here to really lengthen through the spine. So drawing your shoulder blades down and together your back. Feel free to walk it out, bend one knee at a time. Perhaps finding stillness. If you like to start straightening the leg, gently push your heels back and down. Now slowly start bending your knees, look between your hands, and bring one foot at a time into Garland pose Malasana. So stepping your right foot outside of the block and left foot outside of the block. Dropping your hips down into Garland. So you can stay here, feel free to use blocks. Let me turn your way. So again, to make this pose for everyone, let me show you variations you have here. So from here, using the blocks on a high setting, all right, and then straightening the legs, turn your heels slightly out and release into your forward fold. So you are dropping your head down. Let's lift your head, your shoulders, come into flat back, your half lift. And as you exhale, turn your heels in and come into Garland. So it can look like this, just halfway down. So you can send your hips back, or if you can drop your tailbone all the way down into Garland, so you can be here. All right, so we will move in and out those two poses. Inhaling here. As you exhale, move your heels slightly out and release forward fold. Great stretch for the back of the legs. Lift slowly back up halfway. Just your feet, so heels in, toes out, and then come into Garland. Halfway or all the way. Nice. Straightening the legs, forward fold. Lifting flat back. And Garland pose. You can choose your pace. All right. Once you are ready, we will hold the pose, the Garland pose, for a couple of breaths. So it can look like this. You can be halfway. You can place your elbows. So this is Garland pose. Or you can drop your tailbone into full Garland Malasana. So wherever you are, it's perfect, right? So take a moment here to settle in, using the block to support you for a balance. Or maybe if you like to try prayer hands, so I'm using my elbows to push. Check microphone working, yes. To push your elbows into your thighs to open up. Drop your tailbone down, lift your head, your shoulders to open your chest. And just pause here as you breathe. Good thing about using the blocks is there's so many options with the blocks. So you can even, for some people, I know this is pretty challenging pose, so you can always slide the block like so. You can even sit on the blocks, right? So keeping opening through both hips, sitting nice and tall like that, maybe using your hands to open up. So take your time wherever you are. I want you to really focus on nice and deep breaths here. Notice how this feels, just observing your body and any subtle sensations. Maybe closing your eyes and take about 2-3 slow breaths. Nice. If you are ready, go ahead. Kofi, if you had your hands in prayer, let's shake it out. Now using the blocks, come into forward fold just for a moment. You can adjust your feet, maybe widening your stand. And just take a moment to just fully relax. Drop your head down. Decompressing through the spine. Feel free to bend your knees if this feels too intense. Slowly start moving out. So slowly come up onto your fingertips. And again, we will be using blocks for Skandasana. So let me again turn your way. So I have my blocks on the highest setting. So first, let's begin with really gentle side lunges, Skandasana. So feet wide apart, little pigeon toe. And then think of sending your hips back to protect your knee. So I'm bending my right knee, straightening your left leg. So bend into your right knee, left leg is straight. And then return through center. Left knee bend, straighten your right leg. Return to center. And then again. So one side. Back to center and the other side. This is really great stretch for our hips, our inner thigh and groin. Now from here, option to try lowering the blocks, maybe either medium or lowest setting, depending on your flexibility. And then again, moving side to side. One side, then the other. So I really like this stretch. I actually do it every morning, every day. So it helps me to keep my legs strong, to open up through both hips, inner thighs, and groin. So great stretch. And you can always move slowly, or you can pick up the pace. And then if you like to try practicing without the blocks, it really requires strong legs. So from here, maybe pray your hands and then move side to side. So the lower your hips are, the more challenging it is. So again, you can be right here. You can even start with moving like this, side to side, a little bit higher. And over the time, once you practice those movements, side lunges, side to side, you will be able to get a little bit deeper, like so. One side and then the other. But if you need blocks, you can go ahead and use blocks today. Once you are ready, we will pause in Skandasana for a few breaths. So go ahead, let's begin with right knee bend. You can move the blocks to the side. And again, find any variation. So let me show you. You can be here, or you can bring your elbows on the block, or into full Skandasana. I'm dropping my tailbone down, lifting head and shoulders. You can use the block to support you for the balance here. And if you are here in, we call it full Skandasana, make sure you are turning your toes and your knee up towards the ceiling, right? And then feeling the big stretch here. And again, option, keep your hands on the blocks or pray your hands. Again, I'm using my elbow to open up through that hip. And of course, over the time, you will be able to play here a little bit, maybe opening your arms, maybe stretching as we reach your arms forward, like in a down dog, like so. Nice. And once you're ready, go ahead. Use the blocks to return back to center. Let's shake those legs out and we will switch sides. So coming onto Skandasana to the left So bend into your left knee. Feel free to move the blocks on your elbows or stay here, right? So let me show you now from side. So I'm kind of sending my hips back so it's not too intense for the knee. So you can stay in a half lift. You can be here. If you would like to try, bring your elbows on the blocks. Or maybe coming all the way into Skandasana. All right. And again on this side. So make sure your knee and your toes are kind of pointing up towards the ceiling. So drop your tailbone down. Feel a big stretch here. So once you settle in, take a few breaths here. Maybe using your elbow to push into that knee to open up. Maybe adding any arm variation, little forward fold. As you reach forward, you can drop your head down. Nice work, everyone. Now go ahead, slowly start coming out of the pose. Let's shake those legs out, little movement side to side. Nice. And then go ahead, let's bring one knee at a time on your yoga mat. And then sit back on your heels. Let's shake your arms, your wrists. And we will end our session with a few more stretches on the back. So first let's do supported bridge pose. So please take the block with you as you lie down. And then place the block on either lowest setting or medium underneath your sacrum. You can check your feet, so your feet are parallel and about hip width. So we did lots of great stretches for your hips. So here I want you to really relax through the whole pelvis. You can place your arms into T shape to relax your shoulders or even overhead, whatever feels best for your shoulders. Relax your glutes, your thighs, calves and ankles. And notice how your pelvis, how your hips feel after those stretches. We will pause here for about 5 breaths. And feel free if you'd like to place your hands on your belly so you can feel rise and fall of the belly as you breathe. Nice. Once you're ready, go ahead. If you have your yoga block on a medium setting, turn the block on the lowest setting, like so. Yes. And like legs up the wall, but using the block. So bring your legs, extend your legs up towards the ceiling. You can totally relax your feet, so don't worry about flexing your feet. Knees can be bent, arms by your sides, palms facing down. And just take a moment, really relax your legs completely. Allow your legs to feel heavy. Just think of your legs are floating in the air. Just welcoming, getting the blood flow going down into our pelvis. Feel free to circle your ankles. Just notice the popping maybe in the ankles. Oh yeah. And then take your time as you bend one knee at a time. Go ahead, slide the block aside. Lift your feet and give your lower back a little massage, little love here as we rock side to side, pulling your knees towards your belly. Nice. Our final resting pose, Savasana. So you can extend your legs out long, or if you'd like to bring them in your butterfly. So take your time finding any variation. Any shape with your body. Just make sure you can relax, you feel comfortable. If you'd like to cover yourself with a blanket, or maybe supporting your head, you can place the block under your head. And just let's enjoy these last few moments we have together in stillness. Maybe noticing how you feel after the practice. Notice any shifts in your mind, in your body. I really hope this practice was helpful and you feel stretched and relaxed. Now I will stop talking for a moment so you can enjoy a moment of stillness, relaxation. And then if you are ready, please take your time. You can slowly start moving out from your Shavasana. If you have your legs in butterfly, bring your knees together. Feel free to squeeze your knees one last time. And then rolling onto one side, fetal position, pausing here for a second. Then once you're ready, meet me seated. So you can use your hands to press yourself up to a seat. Okay. So sitting cross-legged, Sukhasana, gather your hands at your heart, Anjali Mudra, and it is beautiful gesture of gratitude and love and appreciation. And just take a moment, close your eyes, notice how you feel. And let's take one more breath together. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Thank you so much, everyone, for practicing with me. I hope you will have a great rest of the day. Namaste. And if you enjoyed the practice, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon next time. Namaste.